Well, good evening, all my YouTube followers, all my Facebook followers. It's your girl, Bella Biz, back, and I know we got a lot going on. It's always important to be on time, as Miss Clayton would say, because if you're on time, you're early. If you're on time, you're late. We got the future mayor of the city of Atlanta. Yeah, I said it, and it's going to be a public service announcement. I'm going to let Mr. Andrew Dickens speak to the constituents of the city of Atlanta. Mr. Andrew Dickens, how are you today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm absolutely wonderful. I thank you for the opportunity. As my audience knows, it's a PSA, which is a public service announcement, not a full-blown hour. So, Mr. Andrew Dickens, I know you are busy hitting those payments. I'm going to allow you the opportunity to take all the time you need to tell your constituents and everyone in the city of Atlanta why they should vote for you as the city of Atlanta's next mayor.
All right. Well, thank you. Again, it's Andre Dickens. I am a native of Atlanta, born and raised, Atlanta Public Schools graduate. Was the first in my family to go to college when I went to Georgia Tech to become a chemical engineer. And in that time after that, while doing that, I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi. I got to say that. And then what I did was I was an engineer for quite a few years, leading challenging projects and managing complicated teams of people. I started my own business, City Living Home Furnishings, grew it from scratch to a multi-million-dollar business with 3 locations and dozens of employees. I'm a dad. I'm a deacon of a church. I've been a neighborhood president and leader of an NPU system here in Atlanta. And I'm the chief development officer for a company called TechBridge. And what I've done there is I train people for free on high demand technology skills so that low income people can get $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 jobs in just 4 months with my training program. So I'm also a city councilman. I've been on council for the last 8 years. And in that time, I've been a chairman of transportation, chairman of public safety, and also chairman of the community development committee. So as you hear, I'm an engineer, I'm a dad, I'm a deacon, I'm an executive, as well as a city councilman. I have a full set of experiences that have prepared me to be mayor at this time to solve our issues of crime, inequity, and to also deal with our crumbling infrastructure that we have to shore up. What we need right now is somebody who's an executive that has the knowledge of how to manage teams and be a unifier that can bring folks together. Our city doesn't need to have this us versus them mentality. These people different from those people. We need to bring everybody together and make sure that we make this city prosperous for everyone, equitable for everyone, and safe for everyone. And I know just how to do it. And I'm day one ready. And so I'm smart enough to listen, but I'm strong enough to lead. And I want to be mayor at this very critical time. The election is tomorrow. Election day is tomorrow. The runoff is going to need a high turnout. On November 2nd, we only had 20% of the population voted. That means 4 out of 5 people did not vote. That's a shame. So we want everybody to get up and go vote tomorrow at your polling locations. If you need help finding where you vote, go to andre4atlanta.com and go to voting guide. And there is where you can find out where you can vote based on your neighborhood, based on your address. Put that in, and it'll tell you where you vote. And so it's important. We got to get a high voter turnout. And this is what I'll say. Mayor's elections are decided by less than 1,000 votes. Keisha Lance Bottoms won by 832 votes. Kasim Reed won by 713 votes. And Mayor Shirley Franklin won by 181 votes. It's important to know that you got to tell somebody to vote, take them with you, go out there and get the job done. It won't happen unless we vote. So I appreciate this opportunity to talk to the voters about my plan to make this city safe, to make sure that it grows equitably, to preserve a place for our seniors to live and thrive, to help grow our youth so that they have a prosperous future, and also to make sure that we get these infrastructure needs taken care of.
Thank you so much. And the audience doesn't know that I know that you have a very tight schedule. So there are like several hundreds questions. We cannot answer them all, ask them all, but I'm going to ask the one most important before you go. Andre, if you could single focus one aspect, which is hard to do, that's your difference from Felicia Moore to the audience. That's like the number. I've got that question like 29 times. What would it be, sir?
Yeah, I'll say the biggest difference is that I'm someone who actually implements and gets the job done. I know Council President Moore has been around for 24 years, but if she has been around so long, she would have to articulate what she has actually done. I'm someone who can say that I've created the Atlanta Department of Transportation. I did that just 18 months ago because the city has never had a coordinated transportation department. And so I'm the first city councilman in the history of Atlanta to create a department, fully stepping all the way into the executive branch and saying, you guys got to operate better. And so I created the Department of Transportation. And that's going to make sure that our roads, our sidewalks, our MARTA situation is going to be improved. I created the $15 an hour minimum wage for city employees when I found out city employees were making $10.10 an hour when I got to City Hall. I said, no, these people have to make more money. And I got them to $15 an hour, 8,500 employees without increasing taxes for citizens. That's important work. Now they make good money. The other thing is, when the Beltline, I got on city council, I found out the Beltline was just luxury apartments were being built. I said, we have to set aside 10 or 15% of those units at a minimum for affordable housing. I created an inclusionary zoning policy that mandates that they must set aside units. Now we got about 800 apartments that are set aside for workforce housing, and more people and more apartments are here to come as more construction occurs. That's happened in just the last 3 years. Then also, I created the technology career program that trains low-income people how to get a great career in technology. So they moved from poverty to prosperity. When I saw that our people were being looked over for jobs, all this untapped talent in Atlanta is something I know how to tap into to get people into great careers so they can feed their families, buy a house, be a part of the ecosystem. I mean, over and over again, when I see a problem, I solve a problem. I'm not going to be sitting up here voting no to everything that's progressive and moving forward in the city. I was actually the public safety chairman in 2017 when we hit the 40-year low in crime because I implemented some programs and policies that committed us to safety. So what I keep telling you is I make sure that what the citizens tell me we need to do and what I know to do, I do it. I don't just talk about it. It's time out for talking. We need a worker, somebody who can get the job done. And that's what I want to make sure the distinction is. Look at the track records. In 8 years on city council, look at all I've done. And then point to some other things that she's done in comparison. You won't see it.
Well, Andre, I know you have to dash. So when you're ready, please let me know. There's so many people pouring in. I told them they got to get it. But the bottom line is stay woke and vote. You all know me from the League of Women Votes. We don't play around. We need a higher turnout. Right.
We need a higher voter turnout. And yes, I do need to go. I'm here in Ponce City Market meeting with small businesses and a lot of Black-owned businesses. I'm here at Bar Vegan. I was just over at the Village Marketplace with Dr. Key, and I'm headed over to Bombshell. These are the places that I support. These small businesses need our support. I was a small business owner. So when you have a small business, I know how to help you scale and thrive and make sure that we preserve the culture of Atlanta being a place that's welcoming for large businesses, but also small businesses. So that's where I'm at right now, having a lunch meeting with a lot of small business owners. So thank you for your time, Bella. I really appreciate it. And I hope your listeners go out and vote tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Dickinson. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. So audience, Mr. Dickens is gone. Please, please do your research. I cannot say it enough. Just as Valeria said, thank you for clarifying and addressing the housing and other vital issues. So I purge you from the loins of the League of Women Voters. And you all know me from that, from the state level. Please, please exercise your right and get out and vote. We need a great turnout so we can decide on who the next City of Atlanta mayor will be. So for right now, everybody stay tuned. Come back at 8 p.m. where we will have the final candidate, which will be Felicia Moore. This your girl, Bella Biz, with the Bella Biz Unplugged. I thank you very much. I'm humbled that you would take the time to sit here with me. So have a great day. Come back and see me at 8 p.m. Everybody have a great day, and I appreciate your attention. And vote, 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 okay? Thank you so much.